This is like one of the most rewarding jobs in the world, actually. Boy, you get a chance to impact people's lives.
And I believe that my function, what I was made to do, is to help people.
That's what I like the best, is I feel like I'm really helping people.
Be the guy that somebody's coming to and to go walk with them now is pretty cool.
I can't say that every night I feel great. I mean, every night you do go home and you're just like, oh, it was a really tough day, because you're dealing with people's lives. And, you know, it's not just a job.
Before I had this position, I didn't know that it was a service that was offered.
I love coming to work every day. I feel like I'm appreciated.
Whatever the client comes with, whatever situations, illnesses, we do our best to help them.
Here I am going to help you however I can. And just continuing to show up and help and have that compassion for the job.
I'm retired military, so for me, this is my second career. And, you know, knowing what I know now, instead of what I went to school for, which was teaching, I would have went in for health and human services, social work, because it's great. My name's Barry Schul, and I'm a targeted case manager. Last week I had to travel to the cities. I had a woman that from St. Louis County that's enrolled in a chemical dependency program. She lived right over here at Tri-Towers, and she was getting evicted because of her constant drug use. And so the police came in, and you know, she's an older woman, and it was either go to jail or go to treatment. She had already been assessed and accepted at a treatment program, but the treatment program that we decided to enroll her in, this is a little bit longer. It was actually like a 6-month program. So we took her down and got her that. I just saw her yesterday, and she said, thank God you came along when you did, because, well, she was a meth user, and she was afraid that she'd probably be dead if she hadn't received the treatment when she had.
There is hope, and there is work that can be accomplished, and they can make progress. I'm Erin Carlson. I am a mental health practitioner on the Integrated Families team. I have a client who's in a kind of a troubling domestic relationship, and frequently has problems with the police department, and doesn't have trust that they're actually there to help her, and have over time been able to kind of repair that relationship, where now kind of something in the neighborhood looks suspicious, or she's having problems in a relationship, or something like that comes up, like she may call the police now instead of kind of letting it escalate.
The main mission that HDC is trying to accomplish is they're trying to give people a second chance of saying, whatever your issue is, we're not going to pass judgment. We're just here to assist you any way possible. My name is Philip Homer, and I'm a targeted case manager for Human Development Center. One individual I was working with, he used to struggle as far as following through with things. He had numerous workers, nobody was able to connect with them. And I remember my very first time him meeting me, his very first thing was, he said like a racial comment towards me, and he was like, there's no way he's working with me. And there was numerous times I met with my supervisor trying to figure out, should we get rid of this client? But then I finally decided I want to keep working with them. And through the process of me continuing to work with them, one day he connected with me, and he told me that he's very thankful that I never gave up on him.
So many times we start with people who have no hope. They don't believe that they can get a job. They don't think that they can work. And through the process of working with them and the tools that we use, we help them discover that they can work and they can do it. They can find hope. My name is Laura Olson, and I've been with HDC Employment Connection for 9 years. I believe in the mission of the Employment Connection. I believe in the mission of HDC, and I know that it's making a difference in the lives of people all over the area. And you can't be happier or even get a bigger paycheck to make it more worth it for you to go to work every single day.
If I have a client who has case management or therapy or even just psychiatry through HDC, I can send an email and communicate with them and be able to coordinate so that we're making sure everybody's getting the best possible care. My name is Tanya Metcalf. I am a arms provider at the Human Development Center. Everybody works together. I started working with a woman, and when I first started working with her, she was just kind of maintaining.
She wasn't really leaving her apartment except to specifically go to therapy, meet with her case manager, and because she had to go grocery shopping. And over a few months meeting with me, she started to open up. She started telling me how, a lot about her past and like things she'd experienced that had caused her to really kind of just hole up and not want to trust people, not want to be around anyone. Got her to, work on meeting other people, tenants in her building. And she started attending coffee groups, and she started going to church regularly. And then out of the blue one day, our initial long-term goal that we set in her initial treatment plan was that she wanted to move home, which was down south where she grew up. And just out of the blue one day, she said, "You know what? We've come this far. I don't think I can really afford it, but I think with you I can do this."
Sometimes people don't want to ask for help. Sometimes you just sit there and just be together. You don't necessarily remedy something, or you don't necessarily have the answer, but it's just to sit and listen. My name is Chris. I'm a targeted case manager for HDC. Surrounded by a lot of people that want to help others and realize that it's not really a cookie cutter equation, that there's not one right answer to help somebody. And so we'll check in with each other, and there's a lot of support from each other. So we share cases and ask for insight from one another, and that's a pretty cool part. You don't have to do it all on your own. You can ask, we can lean on each other. And
Part of the reason why I do this is when I was a teenager, I was homeless, and being able to take my personal experience with me to work almost over a decade later, it's pretty cool to be able to help others where I've been in the same situation. My name is Jessica Hankis, and I work for HDC's homeless program. I think one of the most touching stories was when I went to an appointment with a client at the Housing Association, the HRA, and she got her voucher, and she started to cry and gave me a huge hug and said, "You mean I'm actually going to have a home?" And I said, "Yep."
They're so thankful for you. I mean, a lot of my clients just tell me all the time, like, "I'm so glad you're in my life." And I don't know what I would do without you. And it feels good to hear that. My name is Samantha Sacri, and I work in the Arms Department at Human Development Center. Yeah, I really do enjoy what I do. And it really is great to see some of our clients come such a long way, like mine going from being homeless to now doing everything almost completely independently. She cleans her own home, she shops on her own, she needs kind of my assistance for new places. But really, I mean, she's come so far, and to see that she could graduate in the next year or so is just such a great accomplishment.
Well, I meet with a lot of families, typically helping parents work on parenting skills. My caseload is a lot of pregnant women, so I'm at the hospitals a lot. My name is Celeste Schnellbach. I've worked at the Human Development Center for 2 years on the families team. I started doing ARMS, and now I do ARMS and targeted case management. I think a lot of it comes down to empathy and compassion. I think those are really big in my life personally, but even my coworkers and other people that I work with directly or even indirectly, I haven't met someone who can't empathize and feel for a person because they're going through something difficult.
To be able to make a difference in individuals' lives, and it means a lot to have an individual say, "Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for everything you did while I was there. I really miss you, but I'm doing okay."
And it's hard. The work that we do, especially with families, is really difficult, but we keep showing up every day.
But there's still an awful lot of people that you run into out on the street or wherever that simply don't know that these services are available.
And I guess we need help from people that would support us to do the work that we do.
Financial support to support the program itself, but also people that want to actually do the job. And I think that's more important, is people who show up and they want to do this every day.
I think that HDC does a great thing for our community, and I hope to stay with it for a while.
The Human Development Center has served the mental health needs of Duluth and the surrounding region for over 75 years. HDC, helping people find hope.